Alrighty. Hello, hello. Hopefully I didn't, like, accidentally blow anybody's ear. But hello! The best thing to me about turning my microphone up is I can sit all the way back in my chair and it still somehow hears me. It's like all the way by my monitor. But apparently, according to Streamlabs, it is still really loud. So, so I might have to turn it down. We'll see. I'll see what everybody else says. Because, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a very chill, cozy type of day. Hence the hoodie. I didn't even take the hoodie from behind my chair down. Oh well, y'all just see me in my true form. In slight gremlin mode. It's not full gremlin mode because I have eyeliner on, and that counts for something. But today is Tiny Tina's. I wanted to stream today. I was supposed to start earlier, and then every time I was ready to start streaming today, something would pop up within I ended up waiting. So like first I was ready, and I got an email about work. So I shouldn't say naturally, because most of the time I would let it go and then just stream, but I wanted to see the files and things that I have for work. So checked out my work files. So I'm gonna have a lot of work. Then after I did that, I was like, wait, I gotta clear my bed because y'all can see my bed. Clear my bed. Then by the time I did that, I was like, dinner is about to be done. So I might as well wait and eat. Then I ate. And here I am. Usually I like to well, I shouldn't say usually, because sometimes I eat during my break on stream, so that negates what I was about to say. I was gonna say usually I like to eat and be able to have a little bit of time before I stream after eating, because like I can sit and let it digest. I'm big on digesting my food. That sounds weird, but I say that in the sense of like I really like to give my body a chance to like digest it depending on what I'm doing. Cause sometimes if I have to sit up fully after eating a whole bunch of food, it makes my stomach hurt. Same thing with like doing certain types of stuff, and also sleeping. I don't like sleeping on a full stomach all the time. I like to give it a little time. But all of that to say, I'm here right after I ate, so we're here, we're chilling. I'm gonna start in a moment, but it is Friday. I'm trying to think if there's anything I was supposed to tell you guys. I don't think there is. And I'll probably just mention it later. While I'm playing, if somebody pops in the chat, I'll mention it. But for anybody, if anybody is here from BGGC, I will be in the Artist Alley tomorrow in the Discord, which I am excited about, but also not, because I gotta be up and on my computer by 10:30 in the morning for check-in. And anybody who's been here knows that I don't sleep. So me needing to be awake and already on my computer by 10:30, which means I have to already have eaten, because stuff starts I think at 11:15 and I go on at 1, but if I'm gonna interact, that means I gotta be like around. So I gotta actually be awake. Hopefully I will sleep tonight. I'm gonna try to take a sleeping pill or something so that I can be good to go for tomorrow. But I'm gonna try to do as much work as I can, because one, I have an art piece I really want to get done by Sunday night. So that's when it's due. It's due at 11:59 on the 25th if I want to submit this thing. So I'm gonna try to get that done. But also this weekend I have to pack, because for anybody who doesn't know, which y'all probably still won't, but I will mention it later on when more people come. But I'm going on a trip. A very spontaneous trip at that, because my sister, that's the only way that she knows how to plan trips, is giving herself only 3 weeks. So I leave on the 4th that night. So we're getting on a night flight. I won't say where, just, because I don't need some weirdo to randomly try to find me. Not that anybody would want to, but, like, you never know. But I'll tell you guys about the trip when I come back. So I'll be gone from the 4th to, I think, the 9th I come back, in October. I'm very excited. Not excited about the plane at all, but I'm kind of excited. Nervous, of course, still, because, like, but I'm gonna have my mask and my hand sanitizer and all that stuff. I really don't care if nobody else have a mask on wherever I'm going. I'm gonna have it. Same deal on the plane. 100% deal on the plane, because whether there was COVID or not, I'm keeping a mask on that plane, because planes are dirty. like one thing I will say is, like, aside from, like, the normal things about COVID, but, like, COVID made me realize that people be dirty, and, like, all these places we go to are really dirty and unsanitary. Like, so there's, like, some things that we did during COVID that, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna stop doing. Like, I personally like wiping down my groceries now. Like, I know most people, they don't do it. I still do, because, like, after I started wiping down my groceries with COVID, it just made me realize, wait, why was I not doing this before? Like, everybody and their mom would be touching this, all the hand prints on all these things, and I'm just gonna touch it and put it into my fridge? No, I don't know if you dug up in your butt before you went and touched the milk. I don't want that in my fridge. So I'd rather wipe it off. Like, people gross. I'm gonna continue to wipe off my chairs. Like, at the movie theater. I don't care. I'm going to wipe it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep my hand sanitized. I'm gonna keep hand sanitizing myself. Because people are gross. And when I started realizing that people don't even wash their hands when they go to the bathroom, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this going. Everybody else can stop their, COVID procedures, but I'm gonna just keep this going through COVID, post-COVID, because people nasty. Hello, Grizzly, how are you doing? Welcome in. I'm about to start, playing some more Tiny Tina's. I somehow got onto a ramble with myself about COVID and, like, germs, because I'm going on a trip on the 4th. Saying that I don't care if nobody wherever I go has a mask on or not. I'm gonna still have mine. I'm gonna still have my mask. I don't care if anybody else don't care about germs. I'm gonna still have my hand sanitizer. I'm gonna still wipe stuff down, because people nasty. People are nasty. They're gross. And I'm in New York City. People already be smelling like nickels and pennies in the subway. Like, now I just look at them even worse than I used to. Like, even before, when I was in the subway, I still looked at the subway like it was gross. I didn't even like wearing shorts on the subway and, like, mini skirts and stuff on the subway anyway, because I didn't want the subway seat to touch my thighs. I did not want skin contact on the subway anyway. And then you go tell me there's all these viruses? Nope. People's already gross. Don't need that in my life. People will wipe their snot and boogers and then touch you and your stuff. Exactly! And while I talk, I'm gonna, change the screen. Also, I'm gonna turn down my mic, because apparently, you can also let me know, Grizzly, but according to Streamlabs, I am yelling in y'all's ear. And I don't feel like having somebody's ear blow out, because I have my mic volume up too loud. So I'm gonna just tone that down a smidgen, see if that helps a little bit. Because yeah, I don't want to blow out anybody's ear socket. Cause I turned it up because I knew I was gonna be kind of lean back today, but yeah, because I was saying how a lot of times, y'all know I can't concentrate on two things at the same time. There we go. Now we're good. Anyways, I was saying how there's a lot of things that, like, people have stopped doing because of COVID, but, like, COVID or not, I'm gonna still keep doing certain things because people nasty. I like wiping down my groceries. I like doing it now. I want to. After I realized that people are just really nasty, I'm like, I'm gonna just keep doing that. Why am I gonna put your germs in my fridge? I'm not doing that. It's bad enough we used to do it before. I just want to put my hood on as much as I can. I hope this works. I don't even care if I look crazy. That's the type of day it is. But I had to change it because since I have my hat and my hoodie, I couldn't hear. Like, I have my volume up mad freaking loud. Oh. Wipes not. Okay, you said you want cheese. Literally. And also, this probably sounds gross, but like, New York City, like, I don't know where you're from, Grizzly, but in New York, there's always, like, in Manhattan, all these, like, hot dog stands everywhere, like, infamously. Like, there's so many hot dog stands, but... and this is terrible, because when I was a kid, they used to taste delicious, but my mom, my aunt, they call them the pee-pee man hot dogs because they never wear gloves. So that's what they called them. Like no joke. That's just literally the name that they say because they're like, yeah, it's just known they don't have gloves on. Like that's just how they handle it. Like even the ones that have gloves,
in the sun,
we're not
in
going.
A glinting manner.
Even the ones that have gloves, like we change them. So like at that point, it don't matter, you know, like. Oh yeah, so last time we played, and I was letting my squirrel brain remember what happened. So last time we played, and I'm gonna look at the quest too. We realized, or I should say, I realized that now suddenly, ignore the house phone. I know I have a house phone. It's my parents' house. My mom will get it. It's just very loud. Now the camps will disappear when you do the encounters. Before that didn't happen. Because there were a couple of camps before and they would not disappear. And now, the last camp I did disappeared and I am stuck on that fact. So I may end up doing an encounter because now my brain must clear encounters to get rid of the camps. It must do that now. Or at least I must do one so I can see if it will continue to do that. But let me see what else I had to do. Because we did a main quest last time. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what I did. But I did a main quest last time. So on the way, we got like a whole bunch of side quests. I don't remember what we did the last time. This is terrible. But I also didn't get to play last week, so it's been 2 weeks. And y'all know how I get when I haven't played for 2 weeks. Okay, so we have the blood cat Crabbert passed away, but some sea wargs have taken his shell. Retrieve it so that both pet and owner can know. Okay. Okay, and I think this is the claptrap mission. Okay. Defeat the Slither sisters, and then Drixel the wizard needs my help. Okie dokie. Cool. We have some quests that I'm not gonna do. Okay, we're gonna go into the encounter first one, so I can remember how to play, because I don't, as usual. And so I can see if this camp disappears. Y'all are gonna watch some bad gameplay real quick. This happens every single beginning of stream, just usually no one's here to witness it. So, you'll just get to see it, Grizzly, that's all. You're gonna get to see. Oh, I've never been over here before. It's a newer. Okay. Okay, I gotta remember these buttons.
This world's no place for the weak.
Alright, that's my grenade launcher. Who was behind me? Oh, that's my thing. Probably die. That's fine. I expect it. It's the beginning. It's okay. Ooh. Oh, there y'all go. Yeah, jump. How I cleared that, I don't know, because I was so sloppy. This happens every single time. That was so incredibly sloppy. Can I do that jump? Okay, that's good to know. That was such sloppy fighting, but I appreciate the game allowing me to not die. Truly. Yes, so it has a flag now. Oh man, that should not have happened. They should never have let me see that now my encounters mean something. Because I'm gonna go back and try to clear these camps for no reason. How freaking dare you have a mimic over here? Can I hit you? Okay, cool. Really? And then you're not even gonna give me nothing from that? You suck. Thanks a lot, Tina. Now I can't trust none of these.
Getting a real contains a shrine piece vibe from that dungeon over
I'm only
yonder.
not going in the dungeons because I don't feel like doing a 3-stage encounter. That's what it is. I want to see if I could clear this one thing that's been here forever. Because there's this one that has been here for ages that I technically cleared 50 gazillion times at this rate. And like, where is it? This one? Yeah, technically I cleared this one so many times. But like, supposedly it always reappeared. So now I just naturally...
Her coruscating majesty,
I gotta see if it
has
will...
long protected the Wonderlands with the soul magic she imbues into the land itself. But such a precious role requires guarding as well, as proven by the terrible events at Dragon Keep. And so, the Queen founded a new walled city from which to oversee her realm. Brighthoof, the seat of the adamant throne.
These sounds fall into my we sport the we're sporting the hoodie today. Today is just full on comfy. That's the mood. It's the mood for the day. But how are you doing, Rev? Now, why are you still moving? Like, okay, now you... That was weird. Yeah, why are you... I'm not... Okay, that's weird. Alright, whatever. The controller was being weird. Alright, I want to see if this one's gonna disappear too. Stop doing that! I hate when my controller starts acting up for no reason. Oh, and then I realized there's a photo mode in Sable. For anybody here who, you know, has been watching me play Sable.
If you're looking for trouble, you found it. Breaking ground!
But yeah, so now I just gotta see if there's a photo mode in this game, which I'm pretty sure there should be, probably. Because I want to also take pictures in this at times. Oh, y'all all over here. How nice. Hi, babies. How y'all doing? What's up? You know. How goes it and whatnot?
Take my wrath.
Oh, not I killed myself. Hate that for myself. I killed myself because I blew him up next to the barrel, and yeah, that was me. That was on me. We're gonna do it again. We're going right back in. Anyways. Oh, great. Now I got the humans. What's funny is I used to be like, humans, y'all are boring. Not anymore. Y'all annoying. Y'all move too much.
Who shall have extra peanut butter this night?
Die.
Like magic's back on the menu. More of you, is it? Won't be enough.
How freaking dare. I felt that. Grenade hit me. I told y'all I was gonna die eventually at some point. We just came back. Alright. All of this work just to get this one encounter so I can see if the flag will disappear. All of this work. Yeah, but I never touched this stuff. Alright. Biggest mission, stay away from the freaking grenades, because I keep dying from them.
Bad luck and bad choices. Dead all the same.
Come on, load.
Let's get casting and blasting.
Thank you. Lovely. Give me the stuffs, please. All of this just to see if it will give me a flag. that is all. Wait. That's all I'm doing is to see. As if it will give me something. Oh, my inventory's full. Let's see what will happen. Yes, it gave me one. So, now the real test. Let me go inside a Braid Hoof. And then I will leave. Because I just want to go inside so it spawns. And then come out and see if it's still there, the camp. And if the flag's still there. Because if it's not, these encounter camps are about to be depleted. I'm about to obsess over like, maybe not for the entire stream, but like my brain is going to obsess over clearing them. You see, so over here it comes back. It didn't do that on the other side. Now I gotta go see if the other one did that. Okay, we gotta go see. Because that's weird. And I wonder if it's a glitch. So let's see what happens. Because the camp I did last week, I did a camp and the flag appeared. And then I went inside of Brighthoof. And when I came back to look to see if the camp was there again, it was gone. So I was like, wait, maybe now they get cleared.
Real contains a shrine piece vibe from that dungeon over yonder.
So let's see if the other one that we did is still here. Because
a shrine piece glints in the sun in a glinting manner.
Inside every hero is a skeleton.
good, don't see me.
Don't worry, I'll get you out of there.
Yeah, where what did it disappear on this side? Now I don't even remember where it was. Because I did a camp. It wasn't that one, because that part was there already. Was it up here? Okay. So maybe it's a glitch. Or maybe they can get cleared on this side of the map, but they can't get cleared on the other side of them? That's just weird. Because, like, I know for a fact there was a camp, and it's gone now. Okay, that's weird. I wonder why it doesn't do it for the ones over there. Now it makes me say, let me go try another one. I know, I'm not doing any side quests at the moment, and I don't apologize for that, but, like, also I do at the same time, or whatever, so, yeah.
When the Queen's Navy was first formed, they quickly moved to cleanse the seven seas of piracy. This was a resounding success, until the privateers declared that there were actually 8 seas. The Navy rushed to secure the new sea, only to find the pirates were now insistent that there were 12 seas, all told. And so, the game of warg and hare has continued for centuries, with some claims as to the current number of seas stretching into the lower 4 figures, depending on the pirate you ask and how much soda they've had that day.
I'm just so curious. I want to try another camp in this area. See what happens. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see what happens. If it will disappear or if it will stay. Oh, you're right there in front of my face.
Fought like rubbish. Died nicely though.
Where you at? Where you at?
Now that's the good stuff.
Ooh, now they're in for it.
Earthquake!
Let me see if there's any gold to find from around. Poor girl over here. Struggling to run. Even though I can't talk, I wouldn't be able to do all the running that she does. Oh yeah, I forgot. My inventory's full. I can't actually get anything. I gotta go, clear it. Alright. So I literally did all of that just so that I can then see if, the camp will go away. Like, that's, like, I just want to see what happens. I just want to see. I'm so curious. I gotta test it. Also, are there any other, questy quests for me to grab while this map decides to render?
Welcome in.
Disappeared and the golems are gone.
I think I got all the bounties. And honestly, while I'm in here, I do need to get rid of stuff because I got too much. I have too much.
I keep thinking
Let's see first. Wrong button, as always. Wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. There we go. I was like, come on, game. Come on. Actually, let me make sure my game didn't decide to randomly change. Alright, I think that's where it was before. So we're gonna leave it at high. Because before, when it was chugging for me, and y'all could always let me know how it seems, but before when it was chugging for me, it was on ultra. And when I say chugging for me, I mean really for y'all, because my game was still fine, but it was lagging like crazy before. I'm gonna try out some guns, see what they're like.
What's inside?
Try you out. Where them crabs at? I know you out here somewhere. Hi, buddies. Come on, I gotta test y'all out. Ooh, zip rockets. Oh, I will keep it on that for the entirety of this.
Got that going for you.
Oh, that's nice. I like it.
I keep thinking I'll hear the Queen's hooves behind me.
Look at how it reloads. That's cool.
Blitzing every
I want to keep it just for the animation. Just for the animation, I want it. What's another gun for me to test out? I feel so lazy. I don't actually feel like figuring out what guns to sell. I got so much stuff. I might just throw them into my storage. One of these days, I gotta go in my storage and get rid of stuff because I'm never going to use it. Like, I actually, in a way, wish that I could just sell them from my storage. Anything that I left that I actually would want. Pretty sure there isn't anything. It's from Borderlands, the animation? Nice. Yeah, I figured a lot of different things are from it. I didn't play Borderlands though, so there's lots of stuff that probably goes over my head with it. How would I rate this game out of 10? See, I'm always bad when it comes to rating. I never know what to rate stuff. But my rating, at least, is that I enjoy it. I like it a lot. It's great if you just want something silly to play. But I think it really depends on everybody's level of like silly and like everybody's choice of humor. Because I do know there's some people who started playing it and they absolutely did not like it, and that's fair because I think it's definitely something. It can get corny, but I don't mind the corniness, you know. So I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. What do I want to get rid of though? Oh, also, hello, Lenny. How are you doing? Let me do a hydrate and stuff for you guys. Yeah, stretch. Okay. Let's shove some stuff into my storage. Actually, I love how I'm like, I will put stuff in my storage, but then I still need to know what I need, so I gotta still go through it. What melee weapons are not as powerful? Oh yeah, I don't actually grab melee weapons like that most of the time. I'll put you guys into my stuff. What about y'all? Anything I would like to have? I can't wait until I can have another ring. That'll be nice. Gun damage, melee damage. I have 2 melees. I have another ability. I think I will take this just because it makes my ability damage a little better. So I can sell most of those rings. %15% chance to absorb bullets while my ward is full. I am going to keep the one I have on me. Doo-doo-doo. Oof, I also have to do a very quick bathroom run. I need to use the bathroom. So I will be right back. Oh, I have to actually take my headphones off because they're plugged in. Forgot. So I guess I'll put on the be right back screen because I will be right back. Okay. Oh, wrong thing. I'm back. I went, I used the bathroom, just to then remember that I need to refill my water bottle. And I had left it because I love running up and down the steps, apparently, and that's all I do all day, is go up and down the steps because I constantly forget what I actually need. So then I go up the stairs and I leave my phone downstairs or something, or I go downstairs and I forget my water so I can refill it. Things like that. That's what I do. That's my life. So, but I got my water. I came all the way upstairs, got my water bottle so I could refill it. Because it was empty. Which is why I had to use the bathroom, because I drank all the water. So, I'm back. Alright. Let's see. What did I want to use? See, I love when I can find a Stablomancer and a Clawbringer one at the same time. That's always great. I hope you're doing good dances in chat, Rev. I hope that was good for you. Alright, I might do the... Oh. I'm gonna do it for maximum health increased. Then... Gonna keep the one I have for now. Okie dokie.
Quite the collection.
Where the... Oh, went the wrong way. I'm smart. Here we go. Like, I can at least try to sell some stuff.
You're only as good as your blade.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess it is still by type. Okie dokie. I was gonna put those in my storage. I'm not gonna swap them because I have better health. So I'm gonna... Which one was it? There was one that I did not need. Spore Warden, that's the one. Sell you.
Mine now. Didn't they know what you've got?
Oh, da 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 da. Oh, I hate selling things. I just like to keep everything. But I'm also like, I might as well sell some of the stuff because I don't go inside of my storage. I don't swap things out. There's zero reason for me to put anything inside of my storage because I do not use it. I don't use it. Like, let's be real here. I do not use it. But I'm going to probably because I don't want to sell stuff. Because I'm lazy today. And you know, oh, so sorry. Sometimes that's just the way it is. So I'm just going to put some stuff inside of my storage. And call it a day. Gonna shove stuff in there. Alright. Deposit you, deposit you, deposit you. Do-do. Lovely. That's good enough. And then apparently there were some outfits. Oh, there we go. Oh, dope. Now I got two of the same things. Now you all sell. Hate when that happens.
Eyes wide and warm.
You're a right ball bag, ain't ya? Let's have a look.
Thank you. Oh, I'll fill my ammo. See? Okay. Now, where did I enter? Because I gotta remember, I gotta go back and do the thing I actually wanted to do, which was I wanted to check and see if the camp disappeared. That was the whole reason why I went to Brayhof, was just to see if when I go in and out, if the camp the encounter I did will still be there. I gotta just remember which encounter. Oh, I think it was the one over here. It was... Yeah. Yeah, then maybe it's a glitch. Maybe it was a glitch. Maybe that's what it was. It was a glitchy glitch. That's fine. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do another one, and then I'll go to the side quest.
Look here, you freebooter. When
Instant chasm! Bad luck or bad choices. Dead all the same. Oh, I'll make a nice payday out of you.
Anybody over here? Where you at? I can hear you. Not y'all all up in here?
Ready to bring the arcane pain?
Where y'all at?
Yeah, just as we practiced.
I see you. What? Well, oh, there you go. Yay! Thank you. Let me go around and see if, I missed any gold. Because that's what I want. I just want more gold. Alright, I don't think I went up here. Okay, cool. Let's leave. Man, I wish I had the stamina, the endurance that this lady has. Ooh, look at that tower. Okay. Let me see now where these side quests are. Oh, one thing. Oh, yes, there we go. Alright. Spell pay. Diplomatic relations. Okay, you're also in there. You're close to it. Okay, so y'all are all in that back area. Okie dokie. Cool. You're all over there. That's fine. if this one will reappear as well, because I used to do that when it reappeared all the time. I'm just curious if like these ones go away. Did I get everything from over here? I think I did. And I feel like I did this one too. Maybe the ones on this side of the map just always reappear. That would be interesting if that's the case. I'm gonna do it because why not? But I think I've done this one before. It's just weird that some of them will disappear and then some of them won't. You know? Oh, not the goblins. Get away from me! God, I hate the goblins. I hate the goblins more than literally anything. Literally cannot stand these freaking annoying things. So freaking annoying. They just like to not die. Oh, not a big one coming. I see you. I literally see you. I know what you're doing.
Looking for trouble? You found it. You shall have extra peanut butter this night.
Not y'all all over here. Oh gosh. I knew it. Oh, I hate the goblins. I hope that when I redo this, they'll be gone. I don't like them. Hate them. I will probably change my gun. Or shall win later. Oh, I know y'all are all over here. See, y'all killing me right now because y'all are literally everywhere. I need for some of y'all to disappear.
See what happens?
Oh, not a big troll too coming out of nowhere. I hate that for me.
Can't wait to throw some spells.
Oh, thank goodness y'all died. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so happy for that. Who knows? Maybe that's why that camp's so there. Maybe I tried to do it and I died. That probably makes sense. Cause look, I feel like when I would have tried to do that one, it was when I was still dying from goblins left and right. For a while, I was like, man, I can't beat these guys. And it really was just that I just had to get better. No, I'm just kidding. Text. Okay. Did I miss any gold? Considering I was running everywhere, did I miss anything? Okay. Cool. So I did the one over there. I did. What was the other one I did? I think I did another one. I feel like I did 2. Yeah, I did that one. I want to test. I want to see. I want to see what happens. I gotta see. I gotta see if they disappear or if they stay. Because my brain will not let me rest until I do. And also it's helping me warm back up because I forgot. Wow, why do I have so many messages? Oh my goodness. See, this is part of why. Like, for anybody who, like, ever wonders why I don't talk inside of, like, your Discord or something, and it's nothing to do with anybody else. I just get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed when there's too much. See, so that one stayed. It's so weird how this works. That one stayed. Let me see if the other one reappeared. But then this one, that's so weird. I don't understand. I do not get the logic of how some camps will leave. And then some camps will stay. And that one's still there too. It's so weird. I don't get it. And then I don't know if there's like a, if there's like a certain area cut off, maybe? Like anything that's too close to the starting area, like the camp doesn't leave, then everything like past it, it does. Like it's just, I don't understand. Maybe it's glitch. And I don't know if that's right. I don't know if the ones that are disappearing are correct or if the ones that aren't disappearing are correct. Like I am just so confused because like personally, the reason why I was trying to figure it out was because if they disappear, that gives me a reason and an incentive in a way to do them. Because like back when I was assuming they didn't disappear, I just ignored every single camp. I wasn't doing the camps because I was like, what's the point? They just reappear. I can't, like, it's just, I assumed the camps were just for when you felt like having a random encounter and you were bored because like it didn't add up to anything. Same thing to the scrolls and stuff because look, I'm gonna show you. Because the scroll that y'all watched me pick up before will probably still be there because I have picked it up 50 times already. Like I have picked up the there it goes. I've picked up this exact scroll so many times because it's just always there. But like the dungeons will keep my flag there, but then the camps do not. Like even if the camp stayed there but it had my flag, like at least it would show that, oh, that's my camp now. Like there's a reason that like I did it. Like it shows my progress. But like the fact that it doesn't keep it, I don't know, it's weird. And it's like I do get that maybe it doesn't do that because it's supposed to be a game that you play with friends, so maybe they want to ensure that everybody's able to, like, I don't know, start it or something, initiate and get the rewards. Like I don't know how the multiplayer works, but I don't know, for a supposedly single player or even for a co-op experience where you're playing through the game together, I would imagine you want your like side content or whatever to show that, like, if it's supposed to be D&D, that like you've made your mark. Like how I can see I've made my mark with the dungeons because they have the flag, so I'm not gonna go back in there because technically I did it. Like, can I go back in there? Probably. I could probably still fight them, but like the flag being there lets me know I completed it. Like, yay, I've conquered it. But the camp doesn't do that. And even in a way, that's kind of even how I feel about the chests, because like usually the chests just always have gold in it. Like no matter how many times I come and open up chests in the overworld, like I always can get money. So like I don't know, the currency to me, and I guess these are like the things for anybody who was wondering how I feel about the game, because I enjoy it, but are there things about it that bother me at times? Yeah, and these are some of the things. That's why I can never figure out ratings, because I'm never good at that, because sometimes when people ask me for my rating, I can't think of everything that I feel at the same time. I'm one of those people that thinks of things like as I'm doing the thing. So, but yeah, that bothers me sometimes because I personally would rather it be where I open up these chests and then the chests either stay open forever or they just disappear. And because I really don't have any need to use my money. Like, I feel like at this point, the only reason why I have money in this game is so that I can continue to pay the death penalty fee when I die, because every time you die, you lose money to get brought back or whatever. And I think like, the higher level you are, the more money it costs to, like, be revived or, like, to die and come back. Which I guess is why, in a way, you can tell it's made to be played with friends, because as you see, every time I die, I have to hold the X button to let myself die, because it's made so that your friends can come and revive you. But, like, I'm playing by myself, so nobody can revive me, you know? I wish there even was something that you could have in this game where, like, if you were playing by yourself, maybe it would just cost more money, but, like, maybe I could buy, like, a certain type of serum that, like, it almost looks like how, you know, when you play Apex, if you get the gold backpack, like, you can revive yourself, like, if you're down. Like, it could literally be that animation, and, like, I just take out my little serum, and I stick myself so I can keep going. Since they always have that animation, like, they always have the hold down to die, because you're waiting to be revived, but I can't be revived. I'm playing by myself. Like, game, you know I'm not with anybody. Like, either let me just die or give me a way to save some money so that I don't have to pay 11K every time I die. Like, so that does kind of suck. I will say it does, like, in a way, when I'm thinking about it, they penalize you for playing by yourself because you do have to pay money every single time you die in this game. Whereas if you're playing with people, you wouldn't have to do that because your friends would just revive you. You know? So there's stuff. There are things in the game that could be better. But yeah, the camp thing is the biggest thing on my mind right now, because, like, my brain just cannot grasp the fact that it does not know. Like, it's like uncertain of the point, because, like, there was a camp here and now it's gone because I did it. Like, all the camps I've done on this side have done that, but then over there it's splotchy, and I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm obsessing, but my brain is just like, my brain likes when it knows what it's supposed to do,
A shrine piece
and
glints
it's
in
like
the
now
sun
it doesn't.
in a glinting manner.
Just doesn't anymore. But anyway, I'm gonna try to figure out which side quest to do so I can stop obsessing over the camps, because I just cannot stop obsessing over the camps. My brain won't let me, so let me go get these side quests so I can figure out what to do. Because, I think I'm gonna do a side quest. Alright, we'll do one of these too. I guess we'll do the... It's up to you to find the Temple of Faith and retrieve the sacred writings to restore his holy mojo. We've had clerical error for a while. Maybe I'll just go down in order. So we'll do a pet's rest first. You down here? Wait, where is the pet service? Is that really where you are? I don't know why. Something seems real weird. Alright, maybe it's... Alright, let's try it. Let's go in this cave and see what happens. Maybe that's the right cave.
Seawargs could have taken my Crabbert.
Oh, yeah, this is the right one. Oh, not the sea wargs.
Landbreaker! Never send a corpse to do a killer's job.
Where the other ones at? I know. Whoop. Ah! Freaking hate the sea wargs.
Can't wait to throw some spells.
Feel that.
Energy's empty.
Y'all need die. He's still alive. God. Come on, where the last one? Oh. Ugh. Great.
Found my Crabbert.
Whoop, whoop. Y'all still trying to kill me? I was like, wait a second. Very confused for a moment. Where are you?
Ready to bring the
Oh, it's up
arcane pain.
Sorry, I gotta collect my gold first. I gotta make sure I got my stuff. That's, what is most important. Alright. Are you better than the one I have? You're not. Okay, cool. Even though I think I am gonna swap my gun.
Probably that big one who took my Crabbert.
Ooh, there's a bunch of y'all. Oh, not you guys are right in front of my face. Hate that. Oh, I hate the all of the sea animals.
I blame you for trying.
All of the sea animals. I hate y'all all. Every single sea animal. Y'all all are the freaking pits. Oh, I love when y'all go up into the sky. For no other reason but the fact that it's just funny.
Right, you need ammunition, don't you?
Ooh, yay, okay.
Must have hidden my grabber shell in that chest.
Alright. Any gold? Any things for me? Ooh, lots of stuff over here for me. Imagine if I left without looking around to make sure I got my stuff. An absolute crime. That's what that would have been. An absolute crime. Come on, climb. There we go. What the? Krabby look a little upset. Look a little bent up. Like, what did I even get? Is there another part of the quest? Alright. Yes. Go to Lisa. 'Cause hopefully you are happy with your crab. Oh, is it you? Oh, it's yours.
Thank you, kind hero. I know that he'll never return to me, but I had to make sure he was at peace.
Wait, hold up. I just got sad. Crabber the crab was actually just asleep.
Crabber, you're alive! Who's the pinchiest boy? Is it you? It's you!
Kinda undercut the emotion of the moment.
Shut up! It's a magical world and I say pets live forever!
Yeah, cause Crabber was really bent up and out of shape. He was just like slammed inside of that chest. Poor thing. Alright, what's next? We'll go do a clerical error. Which is that away, I'm assuming? Alright. I'm assuming it's down. Wait. Oh, I can't get over there yet. I was about to be like, wait, I can get a dice, but no, I can't.
Smell that? Coming from that dungeon? That's a shrine piece.
I really am so annoyed though by the the camps. It's just, I don't know why that frustrated me so much. I'm just upset about it. It's like, why would y'all do that? Alright, there's a dungeon. I'm assuming it's a dungeon.
These foul souls defile this temple! Destroy them!
Rising gap! I've got all the magic I need.
How dare you try to run away from me?
Oh, I'll make a nice payday out of you.
Come on, jump up. Oh, not you.
Might have lived if you'd run.
Where you at? I know y'all are around.
What an epic death you shall have.
I love how, like, these guys, like, when I first started playing this game, I tried to do some quests. I tried to do some, like, fun side quests or whatever, and those guys were the ones that I had to fight, and, like, the way they annihilated me, it was disrespectful. And now, I don't mind fighting them that much. They're just really slippery and fast and annoying. But, like, they're actually not that bad to fight. You know? They're like the skeletons to me. Like, I don't mind the skeletons. The skeletons are actually pretty straightforward, kind of simple. I'm just looking for gold. I still hate the goblins, though. Goblins are the worst ones, in my opinion. I cannot stand fighting the goblins. Like, when it comes to needing to redo quests, if I ever have to redo quests with the goblins, I just ain't redoing it. Like, I don't want to do them. I mean, who knows? Maybe when I get the absolute perfect gun that I like, because I feel like I still technically don't necessarily have my gun that I enjoy. Oh, not done yet. Yay!
Cleanse this holy place.
Not y'all all in here with me. Hate that.
Looks like magic's back on the menu. Earthquake! Piss off to the hero.
I love how I'm over here backing up as if that's gonna do anything for me. Come on, come on, come on. Oop, oop, oop. Not y'all. Right here behind me. Let's swap some guns out. Somebody about to try to... There's somebody behind me. You're behind me. That's who. I'm about to die, though. Felt it. Okay, let's go back in. It's probably a 3. Probably one I gotta do 3 of them for. Which is always annoying. Oh, how dare you knock me off the ledge?
Yeah, just as we practiced.
on, stop being immune. Freaking audacity of you.
Let's get casting and blasting. Step into your grave.
Where you at? Oh, you're up there. Now I made it go into the wall. I hate when that happens. Man, there's a lot of y'all. Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna have to go against the sharks. It's gonna be real fun. Like, I would use my rocket launcher, but like, I feel like my rocket launcher is going to blow me up. Because this area in which I keep having to fight very kind of has a lot of little tight corners and stuff. From what I remember from the other area too, like there was a lot of little corners and whatnot, so. But I don't necessarily care for the guns that I got right now. I'm gonna have to do some real figuring it out. Really gonna have to test stuff after this whole thing.
Instant chasm.
Y'all coming up here with me like that. Hate that for me. Y'all gotta stop shooting me with these things. At this point, I'm like, we just gonna have to risk it. Like, freaking forget y'all. Did it not even shoot the last time? That sucks for me. There's like 50 gazillion of y'all. I need for this gun to actually shoot.
Well done, my lovely.
Where the hell did you just go? Not big man like flew off somewhere. Where the hell you at? Did Big Man glitch out of the arena? I think he did. No!
There.
Oh,
The
thank
weapons
goodness.
must be in that chest.
Oh man, I was scared. Because I don't think y'all could see it, but in my map, where it's supposed to show where they go, like the red dots, his dot was getting smaller and smaller because somehow he got hit up into the air and ragdolled off into the sky. And I was scared that it was gonna say I couldn't kill him. Because he was like the big boss guy. I thought it was gonna say I couldn't finish the mission because technically I didn't kill the big shark. Oh, that scared me. Okay. Because that would have sucked. Man, that would have sucked. Would have been the absolute worst. Alright, where do I gotta go for you? Hello, sir. I'm back.
The scroll of eternal faith. It's real. I must read it this very moment. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. It's so profound. I feel the warmth of the gods in my heart. Thank you, hero. I must hang this in my guest bathroom so that all
my
may
guest
see
bathroom?
its glory.
You maybe do all that work just so you can hang something up in the bathroom? Hate that for me. Alright. Next side quest that I can do. Alright, we're at all the other stuff. So I guess we can go in order. I am gonna go to Brighthoof though for a little bit because, not for a little bit, but for a moment, because I personally want to, now I do need to like go and test out my weapons, and I like to test my weapons out in a safe place. So I don't have to keep dying, you know, while I test stuff out. So I want to go see about the weapons of mine. But I hope y'all are doing good today. I hope y'all had a good week. Also for people who weren't here when I first started, which is most of y'all, just as a heads up, next week will be my last week before I go on a trip. I will be leaving on the 4th of October. I'm coming back on like the 9th. I'm personally not gonna say where I'm going just for safety reasons, and then when I come back I'll tell you all about it. Same way it was when I went on my Florida trip. I didn't actually tell anybody where I was going because I don't need any weirdos trying to find me. Doubt anybody would, but like you never know. So I will tell you guys about my trip when I come back. So yeah, I'm going on a trip. I am excited but also nervous. Because one, I mean, it is still, you know, viruses and whatnot going around, but we're gonna try to be as cautious as we can. I'm gonna still have my mask. I don't really care if nobody else got masks. I'm gonna have my mask. Especially on a plane, like COVID or not, I feel like I would want to have my mask nowadays because it's just gross. So I'm gonna have my stuff, I'm gonna have my hand sanitizer, all that stuff. And then I'm also nervous because I will be on a plane, and I haven't been on a plane in a while. And there was a time period, like, what, last year, where I was getting panic attacks for some reason when I was getting on public transportation. And I think it's was partially due to the fact of being on lockdown for so long back then, that like my body and my brain like no longer remembered what it was like to be on the subway for like 2 hours sometimes, because you know, being in New York you gotta be on the subway a lot. So I would be on the subway for an hour, hour and a half, easily, most of the time, when I would go places. And for some reason, my normal commute started being a little much. To the point where, like, I even tried to, like, go hang out with a friend last year, and I had to stop halfway through the trip and get off and go outside and get air. And I think my dad even had to come get me because, like, I was hyperventilating and everything. It was wild. I've gotten a bit better since. I've taken a train a few times, but I took a little break from public transportation for that. So being on a plane for however many hours I have to be on is I'm a little nervous about it. Only good thing is that when I leave on the 4th, I'm leaving at night, so I'm gonna try to just take a sleeping pill and then try to go to sleep on the plane. Hopefully, y'all know how I am with sleep though, so hopefully I'll be able to fall asleep on the plane. But yeah. And then on the way back, I'm hoping that by then, some of my anxiety will already be gone, and then I can just, you know, do the regular things, because we'll be leaving during the day, so I could watch movies, or play my Switch, or, like, you know, do other stuff, while I'm on the plane. So, be super extra mega hecka duper safe. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna really do my best to be as safe as I can, while traveling. So, I'm a little nervous, but you know, everybody else is also out here, and not to say, like, you know, I gotta do what everybody else is doing, because that's not what's happening. But my sister really wanted to go on a trip, so she planned it, and, I mean, for me, it's a free trip, because I couldn't afford to go, so my mom did it for me, because she was going. So, yeah, here we are. So, I'm gonna go on a trip. But I wanted to let y'all know so that y'all know that I won't be here soon. So, and there's also always that possibility that, what day? The 4th is a Tuesday, I think. So there's a big possibility that on that Monday, depending on how things go, I may or may not get to stream that Monday on the 3rd. I would like to, but big possibility that it might not happen. Because 1, I may be doing last minute packing, and 2, I may have some work to finish, because technically, I have work that's gonna probably due the day that I leave. So if I want to get it done early, and I'm not done yet, then I might be doing it on that Monday. So just a heads up. But I can't wait to tell you guys about it. Honestly, I'm very excited, for the trip. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I wanted to try out my guns. I couldn't, you know me, I can't always focus while I'm talking, so, had to tell y'all, and now I can go and try to test out some guns and stuff. Because I don't necessarily like the guns I have. But then I never, like, I don't know. I feel like I never know if, like, the guns that are for sale in here are necessarily worth it. Like, I don't know. I feel like I try out stuff and I'm just like, I don't know. Is that the one that I have on me? Melee attacks restore some of my maximum? Ooh. Let me make sure that it's... Okay, good. So that is the one. Cool. One I'll refill. That one. This one was kind of nice. I have the money. I do have the money. I need to buy. Wait, did I sell? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I want to buy you back. I didn't mean to do that. I want to purchase this thing.
Does someone need help, or is that just the Banshee's demon curse screaming in my brain again? Just the Banshee?
That's one of those. I didn't really want this type of gun. And these are the ones inside.
Life's not the same without the
I want to see
whom I worship now. The
how they
elder
are
gods.
compared to mine.
Hot mess if I ever saw one.
Okay.
Does every potion have to taste like wheat? I swear.
Just like, I just want another gun. I need to try out some of the guns I have though, which I will. Okay, that's another one of those. Like they really want me to use these. That's my problem. They really want me to use these guns. Oh, is this my armor? Yeah, these are
But I've seen plenty of them, and I can tell you right now, they're cramped and sweaty.
I'm like, I might as well see what they have for once, because I never look at the shops. Because most of the time when I look at the shops, there's nothing in there I want. You know?
Life's not the same without the queen. Who will I worship now? The elder gods? They're a hot mess if I ever saw one.
So, that's always my problem, is that I never find stuff I want inside of the shops. Hence why I have so much money. Actually, there should be some guys over here. Alright, I want to test out guns and see what I can do. You, I want to swap with you. Get that gun. Alright. I'm not feeling this gun that much for some reason. Whatever gun I replace with you has to do almost at least similar damage, maybe. Or at least do good damage. Man, I got some pretty crappy guns. I'm still upset that, like, I did one mission. There's this one mission I did. And I'm still upset about it because I didn't realize I should have cleared my entire backpack before I did it. Because I didn't know that depending on how I did it, I was going to get like a plethora of gun options. And because there was literally so many that I got overwhelmed and I just did almost like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I just grabbed anything. And I'm pretty sure I probably grabbed the crappiest ones that were there. Like, I grabbed the guns that I did not need. They were not good. They were not great. Not in the slightest. Let's see about a gun to replace you, actually. I don't want you. It's like, I know that it's technically an okay gun, but I personally just
Oh, look at my pants over here.
Life's not the same without the queen. Who will I worship now?
And at this rate, I'm like, I might have to try out one of the other ones again. Which makes me mad.
Life's not the same without the queen. Who will I worship now? The elder gods? They're a hot
See, what's
mess
wild
if
to
I
me
ever
is
saw
all of my guns are actually, the ones I use are supposed to be better. Alright, let's swap out you then. What gun can I put in your place? Maybe I just won't have a pistol. I like to try to have one of each, but where's the one? Do I have, what is this? I want to see. What is this gun? I feel like this is another one that I didn't really care for, but we're gonna see it anyway. Test them out. See how these bad boys are. Oh, you're one of these freezy ones. Come on, I need for you to, like, stop hiding from me. Come on out! See, I need to see the difference between those, because I might just swap them. No, I'm pretty sure the one that I have is still better. Oh, those are your friends. I'm sorry about that. See, and then when I do, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. See, this one is nice just because it has the status effect. Alright, I'm gonna swap this. You getting swapped with the one up top, and then you are getting swapped out. Something else. What? I don't know, but we gonna swap you out with something. I might even try to get a different. Maybe I'll finally get one of those other ones. Whee! Okie dokie. Where's the ones that I want? Alright, so that's I think I'm gonna just get this one. Okay. Alright. I'll take you, put some stuff in. Who knows? Maybe I already have one. I should have probably checked to see if I already had one of these inside of my stuff. But you know how I am. I do things after the fact. Oh, why do I feel so tired? Oh, it's already 9 o'clock. I didn't even realize. I forgot I started late, so I've only been streaming for like 2 hours. Man, I need to sell so much of this stuff. Like, I wish there was a button while you were inside of your storage or your bank where you could just sell the stuff. You know, like while you were there. That way you don't have to take it out and put it in your inventory, then go. You know, actually, let me go and see if I can up anything. Like my storage or something. I think it's this way. I think it's across this area. Yeah. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, we're getting to the steep prices. See, my thing is, I just wish some of these things didn't cost so much for literally such a little bit of space, extra space. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a hoarder, so like, I really do want to have 3 extra slots, but I wish it didn't cost me 80,000 to do that. That makes me angry. You know? I will do that. I hate that. Truly hate that. Especially because it jumps from 80 to 243k. That's a lot of coin. And like, don't get me wrong, it's fairly easy to get money, but like I said before, you do still have to have money on you if you're gonna play it by yourself, because it costs you money to die. I mean, unless, you know, I just have been pressing the wrong button all this time and I could have revived myself, like, unless that's a possibility. I at least haven't realized, like, seen it, so my assumption is that I can't revive myself. Because I at least feel it like I attempted to do that once and it didn't do anything. So I just like, oh, okay. Yes, there's nothing I can do here. You know? Now that I need money, I'm just like, is there gold chests anywhere for myself? Quite literally all I'm doing is gold chests. Oh, I still was on a ledge. Come on, thank you. Alright. Hey, what part of the... Oh, I'm over here. Okay. For a second, I was like, where am I? Alright, and then we'll do some more side quest content. Alright. Cool.
Anything good happens today.
The way their beard was, it almost looked like they had, like, stones in their face. Or, like, crystals, I should say, which would have been really cool. But everybody here is human, besides, like, goblins, so, you know. There's no other types of, creatures, so far, at least. We just have goblins, skeletons, and humans right now. Oh, and then the serpenty people. And then a few straight up monsters, like the sharks and stuff. That's about it. I'm also wondering if we will eventually be able to get into that part or not. Would be cool if we could. So, you know, we'll see. I only have supposedly 65% done in this, in the town, so I'm sure there's much more main quest things to do. Okay. feel just so weird. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, that today I've just been so obsessed when it comes to these camps. But I am going to do another one because I just don't understand. It's so weird to me. So weird to me.
A credit to the breed.
Honestly, I love y'all freezing to death. That is just freaking hilarious to me. Like,
Picked up some new tricks.
y'all just out here freezing. And for that, I love it. Just fantastic. Any gold for me though? Trying to like remember the areas I ran through so that I can make sure I'm getting the gold I've missed, if any. I'm gonna remember you. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna remember you. Oop. Yeah, like y'all see so one thing I will say is one gripe I have is I do feel like it is extremely easy to get gold in this game. I do kind of wish it was a little harder to get gold. Like, I know that Dungeons and Dragons or like, you know, this equivalent, everybody always wants to get gold, you know? But like, in my opinion, part of I think what's so cool about Dungeons and Dragons and things like that, and you know, people who want to like quest to get gold, is because you get the gold due to you doing something. Like it's an actual reward, whereas sometimes I feel like with this, like all I have to do is go around the map, grab every chest, go back into Brighthoof or any other like area, and then come back out and everything is right back. And I will be able to get more. Like, I'm already at 930k after spending all that money. So, like, I don't know. I will say that's always been one gripe I have with the game, was the gold, the currency management, I guess. I'm not a hardcore gamer. I promise. I promise. I just, you know, can be a little sometimes picky with my RPGs, but at the same time, I'm enjoying it because I also kind of, I think, went into this expecting a silly experience. Like not, I wasn't coming in expecting something too serious, if we're being honest. So, like, I can sometimes look past certain things just because, like, I never really expected it to be, like, I wasn't expecting Mass Effect. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the experience I was expecting to get. I was not expecting to get some, like, thing that's gonna span a gazillion stories and be super, super comprehensive with, like, really serious lore. It always seemed like it was supposed to be silly, so I was always fine with that. But despite that, I can still, you know, find things that I wouldn't mind being different, you know? How dare you jump?
This day really went dark fast.
How dare you try to blow me up? Where'd you... Not y'all spawning right on top of me, though. Oh, y'all are up here. Y'all are everywhere, and I keep missing y'all for some reason.
I just really don't want to use magic these days.
I like stopped focusing for a second because I was talking. That's probably why my screen looks so chaotic. Because it was like, my brain was there, but also it wasn't, if that makes any sense. That happens sometimes where it's like, it just shuts off for a few. That's why I'm like, I'm no hardcore gamer. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing. But I am always here for the experience. And as long as I'm enjoying the experience and stuff, that's fine. So for example, and I guess in a way this is me giving y'all a more critical look, because usually every time I play I'm just like, I'm enjoying it, it's really fun, and I am enjoying it, it is really fun. But for anybody who is wondering about the game, because I have gotten questions about it, so Grizzly asking me earlier wasn't the first one to ask. I will say I'm enjoying the gameplay and the banter, but at the same time, do not ask me what the story is about. Can't really tell you. Like, I'm gonna be honest. All I really know is that there's a big bad, and we gotta go stop the big bad, and the big bad likes to be sarcastic and talk back to us a lot and like make fun of Tina and stuff, and like her plan of how they're doing the story. But like, don't ask me what the big bad is actually trying to do, because it's a pretty generic story, it seems like. It's still fun. It's engaging because it's still fun to play and kind of silly, and there's some laughs and stuff, but I don't really know what the story is. Or maybe I'm just not paying attention. Maybe there is somebody can yell at me and say that, oh my goodness, Mono, what are you talking about? There is. I will take that. I don't mind it. You feel free. Obviously just don't say it if you know that what goes on later, since I'm not there, but you know. So, but yeah, that's my take on the game, since I know some people have been wanting to kind of know how I feel about it, and ratings and things like that. But I'm not good at rating games, especially when I'm not done yet, and I don't even know if I'm technically halfway done yet. Like, I really don't know how far I am in this game. But then again, when do I ever know how far I am in a game? I feel like I never know if I'm done, almost done, until it's like so obvious that I'm almost done. That's when I know that I'm almost done. Like, it's gotta be so in my face. See, okay, so this is why I'm so confused. Like, I don't understand. Then you know what? Maybe I'm gonna say then maybe, actually, because this was the one that we did. We did that one, and then I'm probably gonna go up here, and it's probably gonna still be there. Maybe the ones on the other side are the glitch. Maybe those are the glitch. Maybe it's not supposed to disappear. Maybe the camps aren't supposed to disappear, and they're supposed to be like how the chests and everything else in this game. Yeah, maybe they're not supposed to. Maybe you're not supposed to. I won't lie though. If that's the case, I am disappointed. Because I was hoping at least something in the overworld could technically show that I completed stuff. Because, like, you know, like I said before, like, thankfully when I do the dungeons and stuff, like, that does show a flag to showcase that I did it. But, or like the NPCs leave, or like, you know, the dice at least stay gone. But I just wish there was a bit more in the overworld that showcased that you did things. Like, show that you left your mark on the world, especially since this is supposed to be the fake version of Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I feel like you'd think that would happen, because that's something that I enjoy in any RPG, is when things show change. But then again, I probably messed myself up in a way. Because the first time, like, my first experiences getting into RPGs was after college. When I finally was able to play games, and my friends got me to start off with Dragon Age Inquisition and the Mass Effect trilogy. So, I probably started off RPGs where it was like, I already was expecting to be able to get stuff. And apparently Inquisition wasn't even the best Dragon Age, but like for me, that was absolutely amazing. And the fact that things still did show that you did some stuff, like in your home place and stuff like that. After that, that's kind of what I want for most games. My first college game was Final Fantasy VI. See, you know what's funny, Rev? Is I actually didn't really start getting into games, I guess, in a way more seriously until after college. And that was mainly because, despite the fact, also, where am I going? Hold on. Gotta figure out where I'm going real quick. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one. And the reason for that is because even though I grew up playing games, I grew up playing games with my brother, but I was a child. And for most of my kid and, I guess, preteen and teen life, for some reason, I was always a perfectionist anyway, but I had this irrational anxiety when I played games because I didn't want to mess up, and then I didn't want my character to die. So anytime I thought my character was about to die, I'd pause the game and I either would not finish it or I would try to get my brother to finish the level for me. But as anybody knows, because I was that younger sibling, as anybody knows, once you get somebody to finish the hard part for you, you can never technically progress the game for yourself because you don't have the skills to continue, because you didn't have the skill to progress past the hard part. So now that you've passed the hard part, everything is now harder. And you don't know how to do it. So I would end up not finishing games because I just couldn't. I wouldn't finish. So I didn't actually start finishing games until after college, because then when I was in college, I started to try to finish games, but I was in college, I didn't have any time to play while I was in school. So then I would start a game, play some, and then by the time I'd come back during like my break, like my college, like a break during semesters, I would have forgotten how to play. And I couldn't get further because I forgot how to play. And that would happen to me a lot. Though the funny thing is, I always say my first game that I finished was Dragon Age Inquisition, but it's actually false. The first game I finished was actually Modern Warfare 2. which is funny because like I remember I got it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play it because I've watched my brother play the first one, so I was like, I'm gonna play it. And for me, I played through it and then the credits are like roll and I was like, wait, that's it? Like that's it? It was so short. And I remember calling my brother like, yo, why was it so short? And he was like, listen, you don't understand. You didn't play the first game. Like that ending was so cathartic. Like it was perfect. It was exactly how it should have been. I was just looking at him like, that was really short. I was so disappointed. I was so upset. Like it was fun, but I was like, that was so short. But after that, the next game I finished was Dragon Age Inquisition. And then I did the mass, and then it was like that broke the curse of me not finishing games. But yeah, that was mine. And I said that whole entire ramble, I'm sorry, that whole ramble was to say that I've never actually played the Final Fantasy games because I kind of got into games later because I never would finish games. And because I was playing games because of my brother and my sister, I only had access to the games that they did. So my brother was a big Xbox guy. He was a 360 guy. So I would just watch him play like Halo and Gears of War and all those games. Or if he did have a game that he wanted to play with me, man, I gotta do this all by myself. I hate that for me. If there was games I could play with him, it was like sports games or fighting games, things like that. Those are the types of games I played with my brother a lot. Lots of fighting games like Dynasty Warriors. My brother actually hated Dynasty Warriors, but I loved it when I was younger. So he would be forced to play it with me because like I would always want to play with him, and he was a good big brother, so he let himself play it a gazillion times, but he could not stand it. But I loved that game. Oh man, I love Dynasty Warriors. Like I honestly loved it so much. Sometimes I say to myself I should get it eventually, but I've been hearing that like the newest ones haven't been that great, you know, so that's the only thing that's been stopping me from possibly getting Dynasty Warriors. Oh yeah, this was this whole place. It's like, I wonder, because there's gotta be there's gotta be a whole thing. Yeah, eventually these are gonna have to open up, because there's like whole entire areas that are quite literally I cannot get. Of course I walk into that. Why wouldn't I? Alright. What direction do I need to go? I need to go to the right. Yeah, make sure I go to the right. I want big blobs over there to not see me. How dare y'all, though? Listen, I know Hammerhead's over here somewhere. Like,
some spells.
Alright. I feel like there's still one more of you alive. Okay, good. Y'all are dead now. Alright. Alright, I'm trying to make sure I actually go the right direction. Alright. What is that? I want to go that way?
Breaking ground!
Come on, scuttle.
See what happens? He's stupid enough to mess with me.
Also, I'm sorry I keep getting so quiet on y'all. Like, I know I don't have to apologize. Y'all will always tell me that, but like, I still feel the need to. Who gave poison to me? Goodness. Got the stuff I need. Y'all done? Y'all done? Y'all dead? Great. Hello, Wimble.
Ah, hello! I'll get right to it, shall I? My team and I have been studying these ancient glyphs, but the coiled have been preying upon us, and I'm all that's left. Perhaps you can, take care of them?
Oh, you want me to kill him?
Like now, for instance?
I'm in the electricity. We love when there's tons of water everywhere. When I say that, I am lying. Oh.
Hope you're carrying coin. I don't kill for free.
All right. Let's see if I got some health. Any health would be nice. Thank you. All right. You did what you need to do?
Well done! But that was just a raiding party.
Of course.
You'll have to kill all of them before we're safe.
I got this. We need not resort
Nah,
to
clap.
violence. The most powerful weapon of all is diplomacy.
Not diplomacy.
I've killed plenty of diplomats that would disagree. You're about as charming as a boot to the teeth.
Ah, but I learned a new spell, Personify. It lets me absorb magical essence from nearby stuff and change my voice.
Wait, Claptrap isn't even there.
Yeah, how's he gonna do anything?
Yeah.
Just a second.
I also learned the Blinkaport spell. Who needs wheels when I've got like 15 spell slots left in the tank?
Kablam, suckers! Claptrap!
There's not a moment to lose. You know the magic missile? Meet me there. That missile is chock full of magical essence to make my voice even more amazing.
Of
Have fun
course.
catching up with your dumb legs.
See, I would not be surprised if eventually, as a side quest, I might have to fight Claptrap, because I'm just getting more and more things for Claptrap so that they can be more powerful. And it's not like any of the stuff that I get, like, disappears afterwards. Like, they still have the sword and everything.
I need your help. For the spell to work, we've got to set the right mood. So, go ahead and shoot stuff and blow things up.
Thought you'd never ask.
It's working. My voice. It's changing.
Are you gonna get a magical girl intro? That would be funny if you did.
Look alive, recruit. Suit up and move out. We've got to test this voice out in the field. I saw some coiled targets to pacify not far from here. Meet me there before I shove my monowheel so far up your exhaust port, you'll be spitting up axle grease.
That's supposed to be help with the diplomacy? Oh, I'm 100% gonna end up fighting these people.
Do you guys ever wonder what it's like to have legs?
What? Absolutely not. They look so ridiculous. Yes, what a silly question. Who would want such a thing?
Here we are. Have at it.
Listen up, maggots. I didn't come here for any namby-pamby empty threats or butt-kissing. I'm here on a mission. A peace mission. Cease all hostilities immediately, and you'll slither out of here alive. But if you screw with me, I swear on my circuits, I will scatter your scales all over this beautiful seabed. Negotiation failed, recruit. Surprise, he's not left.
Like, I could have told you that that's what was gonna happen.
Another notch, not going to show for it.
I'll not be landing in my own freezing thing. Hate that for me.
Now that's the good stuff.
Oh, not you're behind.
Step into your grave.
That was the most funny excuse
Alright.
negotiating I've ever seen.
Yeah, because you suck
How about a
at it.
crystal ball? The spell wore off. Oh well, let's try another voice. Meet me in Don Patch of Peaceful Flowers.
Yeah.
Your
I just
problem
need
goes
some
deeper than
chests.
just the voice.
No, none of that now. The first step to a successful negotiation is having a winning attitude.
Oh,
Negative energy playing against you. Now,
of course. No, of course. I just need some help. Some help. Any help would be lovely. Thank you.
yes, these are perfect. While I do the ritual, you frolic and prance around the flowers.
I can't believe I'm about to bloody frolic. This better be worth it.
You do it. Oh, I really have to jump around.
Feel the power of the flowers. Totally.
I'm mad I really have to jump around.
I'm like
This is not going to work.
Sisters to chill out. Come on and join me when you're ready.
And there the two of them basked in the desert of eating, where the sand shone like warm
I just like listening to what they say.
lizards, rats, and foxes walked without fear, too stupid to even run away. Wow. Yes, it was truly a snake paradise. There was only one forbidden meat, the rabbit of knowledge, of law, and chaos.
Wait, what? That's the forbidden meat? That sounds like the best one. Wouldn't that be really useful?
Yes, well, Serpens the All-Viper works in mysterious ways.
Is it explained later?
No, that's not mysterious, is it?
So random.
Came to pass that one day, the peaceful desert sands were shaken by the tramping of a human.
Wait, when did he show up? I thought this was a paradise. Was he always there? How come you didn't mention him earlier?
Oh, you know humans. One minute they're farming some field, the next they're off exploring someone else's forest, or ocean, or desert, mucking it all up and calling it theirs. Now hush, let me finish. Fine. So, the human approached the snake.
Which snake?
I hate that they keep going because I want to listen.
Hey, everyone, listen. We are all children of the universe. So if you like, stop killing our archaeologist brothers and sisters and give peace a chance, that would be like far out. Make love, not war, you know? Fellow universe children! Good song about love and harmony make you stop fighting? I mean, I don't know any celebrities, but I can imitate them. Come on, my universe! We're the same, then we are different!
This world's no place for the weak. Looks like magic's back on the menu.
Come on.
Wow, my personify spell's wearing off.
Of course it is.
Okay, I admit that could have gone better. But this next voice is sure to charm them. We tried aggressive, we tried peaceful. Now we need to find an opportunistic middle ground. Piracy! I saw a sunken pirate ship that's probably loaded with treasure we can use. Come on!
Make love, not war. What was that? You trying to seduce him?
It sounded better in my head. Pretty much everything does, actually.
Of course it
Man, I wish I
does.
could come off your head and give you mine. Yar! Hoist the boat deck! Ship to Mrs. Mast! Anchors ahoy! Ah, just kidding. First we need some pirate ambiance. Minion, slash some buckles or something. Pirates love fighting.
Of course.
Listen, I'll hit anyone you like, but there's no one here but us.
Figure it out, Minion. I'm kind of busy.
You know
See?
what? I think I just figured it out.
Oh, I gotta hit you?
Oh, ouch! You know,
I would love to, like,
I can't do my thing.
actually kill Claptrap sometimes.
While I work my magic.
Because the way Claptrap just... What, I have to...
I can't wait to be a swashbuckling skirmier and
Oh,
pirate.
there we go. Because Claptrap just does stuff and then makes me have to do all the work. Or then they get the cool weapon after I did everything.
Very well. My grandmama said never to let good tea or the tea merchant boys go to waste. Let us try and make these coiled scoundrels see reason.
Alright, let's see who we're gonna fight now.
Not really. Why do you?
Sometimes. I don't know. I can't shake the feeling that something's out there listening in on our private conversations.
That's me.
You're being paranoid. Who would want to listen in on this conversation? It's not like we have anything interesting to say.
I don't know. Some people just like to know other people's private lives, you know? It's a voyeuristic thing. Gives them a feeling of power and control in an otherwise chaotic universe they struggle to make sense of.
You say that like you're speaking from experience.
No, it's not like that. I wouldn't spy on someone. It's just, you know, I can see why someone would, even if it is really rude and cowardly.
Like I said, you're just being
I mean, you could just say that you're talking about me.
I said, you said.
Alright,
We need not resort to fisticuffs and
let's go
firearms
shoot him.
to solve our differences. Perhaps we can join in a rousing verse of the anthem of peace. Come, let us fight for more, crafted stones and keys. Set the plates and silver for the tricks and martial keys. Wait! Oh, stay, prithee, stay!
Oh, they ran away.
On the next 40 verses! Oh, dagnametry and balderdash, suits and etc. I was sure the anthem of peace would work.
That was fiercely terrible. I
Now,
haven't
how
seen
dare
something react
y'all
like that since, well,
drop stuff
fairly
down the
recently,
cliff?
actually.
Indeed. I suppose I have no choice. I swore I'd never stoop this low again. I'm gonna have to use my real voice. Come on, let's go.
I mean, your real
What's
voice
the
just
other
as
bad
bad as the
news,
others, so
voice?
you'll be fine. Oh, great. Come on, get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me!
Can't sling spells no more.
Of course you can't.
Ready to cast.
Not y'all coming out of the freaking wood. Come on, Hammerhead. Alright.
I don't do warning shots.
Oh, I did it too soon. Where's that freaking scuttle at? Ah, you're right in front of me. I didn't even see you. Get away! Who's right behind me? I feel like there's somebody right behind me. Are y'all dead yet? Did y'all die? Okay, I think y'all did. Alright. I'm gonna have to, for people who know me, because I know that, like, y'all can't see my piercing because I have headphones on, but for anybody who does know, I have a helix piercing, right? And like, I recently got a earring off Etsy because like everybody I know who has piercings are always like, oh, go on Etsy, go on Etsy, go on Etsy. Like, I curated my earrings, I got them from Etsy, yada yada yada. Like, more power to them. But like, I went on Etsy, and like, I won't say the shop or anything, so I don't want to like mess up anybody, but I'm 100% sure that this earring that I got from this Etsy shop is infecting
Battery 80%.
is infecting my ear. But I cannot get it off. It is one of those like continuous hoops that have the like clamp thing. Cannot get it to open. It refuses. No matter what I do, it will not open up. I'm going to have to go to a tattoo shop to get a piercer to like cut this thing out my ear.
Let's get this over with.
And then like buy a new earring because it's so sensitive. Like, I haven't had my ear this sensitive since it was healing originally.
Rattle and hiss.
Not this is the voice that works. That's not your real voice, Claptrap.
Did you shine your scales, or do you own?
Or is it? I don't know. I've never played Borderlands.
Check out the chassis.
Hey, beautiful. If I had a jaw to dislocate, it'd be on the floor right now.
Oh no, he's hot.
Hey there, Sugarfangs. You can quit your praying, cause Claptrap's on the scene. I know you're coiled, but maybe we can unwind over some negotiation.
Oh, well.
Not the queen.
Isn't this a delicious surprise? Yes. Why don't you roll inside and we can work out the details?
Okay, Snake Lady. Bye, Claptrap. Have fun, I guess.
Let me shed into something a bit more comfortable.
Do I have to fight people while Claptrap negotiates?
Slow down, Snake Mama. No need to get impatient.
Come on. I thought you wanted peace. You can have any piece of me you want.
Simmer down, girl. I'm not rated for that kind of configuration.
You
Okay.
know, I've never constricted with a robot before.
Come on, Blinkaport. Oh, damn. I'm out of spell slots. I gotta get out of here.
I guess negotiations are over.
Alright, time to fight you.
Instant chasm!
What the heck are those things around you? That's what I want to know. Did you revive a bunch of dead ones? Is that what you did, Queen Lady? Like, I don't hate you for it though. That's kind of lit. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. That's kind of cool. If that's the case. But I'm definitely going to probably die. Oh, there's some of y'all over here too. You die yet, Chevron? Ah!
Only alpha now, eh?
Lord Jesus. Oh, there's still somebody. Alright.
Out of here. Help a Robo brother out of a
I
jam.
don't want to.
I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and tastes terrible. Oh, hells. I really rolled in it this time.
Right. Did I get all of the stuff? I just want to make sure I got my gold. That's really all that matters to me. Oh, and maybe, hopefully some ammo. I don't need anything. Alright, I'm coming, Claptrap, even though I really don't want to help you anymore. Am I going the right way? Sure, yeah, I am. Health.
Blame you for trying.
Yeah.
Spell slots are ready. Hot out the oven. Earth rending.
Ah, stuff next to me. Can you shut up, Claptrap? I'm in this because of you. Because you don't fight. Despite the fact you have that whole, like, sword thing that I got for you. And you don't even use it. With that, you suck. You know?
I rescued him, but really, I feel he rescued me.
Alright. Now that you got yourself lodged.
Kitty! Oh, hey! You freed me! And you fixed my voice! Thanks!
Thank goodness.
Anytime, just say the word. Seriously, one more word in that voice and I'll knock you proper.
What a day! Well, I guess we should tell Quibble the good news.
What, that I killed everybody? That's really what is going on. Alright, Quibble, I'm back.
You won't see those coiled crawling around here anymore.
So, the negotiations went well? Diplomacy worked?
Nope.
Like a 9th level charm.
It was a disaster. But like I said, I took care of it.
Ah, I see. Well, as long as I can do my work in peace, I'm satisfied. Well done!
Whew. Now that there are no enemies nearby, I can finally take a long rest.
Didn't even do anything, Claptrap. All you did was get stuck. That's what you did, Claptrap. That was all. Alright. Let's see. Is there anything else in here? Like, technically, yes, probably. But of the things that I have. Everything else out of this area? No. Okay. Now, do I want to run all the way that way? I mean, I guess technically I can. Alright, let's go defeat the Slither sisters. Thank you for the hydrate, Lenny. And the stretch. Ooh. I hope y'all didn't hear that crack. Yes, everybody else hydrate as well. I think I might do this quest, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night for the night. Nope, nope. I better not see none of y'all. Bad enough I gotta fight all of y'all again. But I'm kind of also just, oh, I went into a dead end. We love that. But, I'm kind of like, no matter where I decided to be, no matter what, I was gonna end up having to fight. Oh, I hate those guys though.
Still time to run the other way. The depths take you.
I need for your poison mist to go away. Alright, disappeared. Cool. I also, today at least, I haven't been searching for the dye the way I should have. I did notice that, like, all the cool dice and whatnot. I usually try to listen for the sound, the shimmer, but I haven't been doing that today. I think I gotta go that way. Yeah. Can I, like, run faster?
The Temple of the Slither Sisters is eerily quiet, as you wonder. I know what you're thinking, baby. What's the deal? Where are these ladies? And aren't they supposed to be singing?
I am not.
I'm just happy I could run past those sharks. Alright, I know for a fact that y'all about to... there's way too many chests out. There's about to be a lot. There's about to be a lot of you guys.
So, another fool has come to challenge us. Let us test your resolve.
Oh, now they charmed a whole bunch of them. Come on. This rate, I kind of don't mind if y'all just are out here chasing after me. Kind of makes my life a little bit easier.
Those sailors were weak little sleepers.
Okay, now what are y'all gonna make me?
Defeated. So, let's see if you're made of tougher stuff.
Which one? Which annoying enemy is it gonna be now?
Spellweaver slay.
Okay, y'all.
Now
Let's get closer to the middle now. I got way too close, apparently. Oh no, I'm in love with her.
Enough to resist our siren song.
Oh yeah? I'm tough enough to take down anyone who tries to stop this sweet, sweet song.
Oh no, can I not do...
I believe we have found our champion. Champion, go and defeat, slay, kill Captain Claw.
Wait,
Yes, I will kill Captain Claw.
That's
I
funny.
hate Captain Claw.
So, what? We're just under the spell of these coiled ladies now?
Yep,
Okay.
I do whatever they say.
Sounds
okay.
just like Carol.
Do I even want to know?
Hell no.
It all started when our eyes met across a bistro on Hedon 6.
Hey, what did I just say?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Fine, okay.
It does make me wonder if, like... What if I stayed away? Would I still have technically gotten caught by their spell? Is it possible to kill them without getting caught by the spell? That would be cool if they're...
Come out, Claw. I need to, have to kill you. Right now. Fine. I'll just kill your pets till you show yourself. Won't be enough.
Wait, are those crabs talking?
And they sound real depressed, too.
Yeah, just as we practiced. Ready to bring the arcane pain? That's for making me look at you.
Oh, the crabs are yelling.
Not now, stupid!
Basta presto! The power of Captain Claw's bellow breaks the enchantment of the Slither Sisters.
Oh, Captain Claw is really a crab. Okay. Well, hello there, Captain.
Who are you? And where am I?
I asked myself the same thing on the day the Slither Sisters cursed me and my crab brethren with consciousness.
I have questions.
That's all consciousness is. An endless march of questions for which there are no answers. How can you stand to live like this?
Well, you know, you...
It was a rhetorical question. All I want, all we want, is to return to a blissful life of scuttling to and fro without a care in the world. What a curse it is to care.
Poor crabs.
Please help us. Together we can destroy the sisters. First, you must destroy the clamplifiers. They're magical resonance boosters which amplify and strengthen the power of their song.
Alrighty. I want the gold first things. No, not me not getting up there. Oh, it's that stuff?
Now, why do you suppose the crabs couldn't destroy these clampifiers themselves?
Excellent question.
That you do not have an answer for, I'm assuming? See, it would be nice if, like, all of these crabs were, cool with you, Mr. Krabby Man, so that I wouldn't have to fight y'all. Like, I don't appreciate that that's a thing.
Piss off to the hereafter. Let's get casting and blasting.
Some gold, give me some gold.
We'd have crushed the clarifiers ourselves, but our claws are more decorative than folks imagine. We weren't ashamed of it until those damn sisters cursed us.
I'm learning so much.
Now that you've destroyed the clarifiers, the sisters won't be able to charm you again. I'll meet you at the lair.
Alrighty. Whee!
Why don't you three slither out of that hole you hide in and face us?
Well, if it isn't our pal. Claw. How's consciousness treating you, Squirt? And our champion. We had such
I like their
high
head
hopes for
choices,
you.
though.
For shame. We'll keep the crab alive to wallow in the pain of his own existence. But you... we're gonna have some fun with you.
Okay, there's still a couple of you left. Alright, you all good now?
Thank you. You are indeed a champion. With the curse lifted, I can feel my consciousness fading.
Now that's some blissful ignorance for you.
Alright, so now you're just another little crab. That's always good. As long as you don't come fight me. Alright. Good one ammo, I'm assuming. Alright, I think that's all the side quests I have at the moment. That was the last one. Oh, it's that one. I'm not gonna do it right now, but cool. So I am going. Is that one also in this map? No, it's not. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go to Brighthoof. Because sometimes I like ending in Brighthoof. I don't know why, but sometimes I just do. But I'm excited to play Sable again. I would love to play Sable during this weekend, but with the way that things seem to be going for me, this weekend's gonna be super packed. Between doing work, doing art, and trying to pack, or at least trying to figure out outfits to pack, it's gonna be kind of wild. Because I want to start trying to pack now this weekend so that if there's anything else I do need, I can use next weekend for like those last mall runs. You know what I mean? Like those last times you need to go to the mall because you know you need like a specific thing. That's what I want to save it for. Pack your personal Rev Navigator. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring my Switch. I'm actually, you know what I've been trying to figure out? I've been trying to decide if I should treat myself finally to Breath of the Wild during this trip because of like, you know, travel. Like I could actually like play it while I'm traveling. Or if I should still hold off, because part of the reason why for some reason I still haven't gotten Breath of the Wild is because I have a Switch Lite. I don't have it for like, you know, the regular Switch. And I always was like, if I got a regular Switch, I would want to do Breath of the Wild because I could play it on my TV. But like, let's be honest, I'm probably not going to get a regular Switch anytime soon for now. So yeah. But I'm like, I could always still just play Breath of the Wild on my Lite. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I did get the Scott Pilgrim game because it was on sale in the Switch, in like the Nintendo shop. So I got that. So technically I could play that, but sometimes, you know, you want to have like options for things to play. You know, sometimes that's what happens. So I'm trying to figure out what I wanna play. What I wanna do. Oh, I haven't leveled up in a while actually. I have a lot of stuff. A lot of points that I can do. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's look at both real quick because I haven't played in a while, so I forget which effects are which. Whenever the Fate Maker applies a status effect, there is a chance it spreads to nearby enemies. If no enemies are nearby, apply a different random status effect to the initial enemy instead. I have that one up. Critical hit damage is increased. Okay. This one, whenever the Fate Maker deals melee damage, fiery and spell damage are increased for a duration. Okay, that one's pretty nice. Fate Maker deals gun damage to an enemy. The Fate Maker's next melee attack deals increased damage. While moving, the Fate Maker gains increased damage dealt. Whenever the Fate Maker applies a status effect to an enemy, the affected enemy takes increased damage from all sources for its duration. Status effect damage is increased. And duration is increased. Okay, and then what about these ones? What do we got? Start from the bottom again. The Wyvern Companion will occasionally shoot firebolts at enemies, causing fire damage in an area on impact and dealing fire damage over time in the area for a brief duration. We have the Fate Maker's Wyvern Companion gains increased damage dealt. The Wyvern Companion will occasionally use its lightning breath on enemies, dealing lightning damage that can arc from enemy to enemy. Okay. Fate Maker gains increased damage reduction. Additionally, all damage dealt to allies is reflected to the attacker as lightning ability damage. Fate Maker gains increased action scale cooldown rate based on her remaining ward. The greater the remaining ward, the greater the value. Fate Maker is surrounded by an aura that grants herself and all allies increased elemental damage. Fate Maker's gun damage and her Wyvern Companion deal bonus fire damage. And then Fate Maker's melee damage and her Wyvern Companion deal bonus lightning damage. Okay. We've got some good things on both. I'm gonna do this because they're the ones. like the ones that's just like it's just one slot anyway. And I always like to have those ones. There's a couple of things that I want to do because I kind of want to up some of these ones on this side too. Especially the ones with the status effects, because I haven't been upping status effects. Cool. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do? I have 5 hero points. So I can do strength, crit damage, crit chance, spell cooldown, status damage, max HP. Alright, let's see. I use my spells a lot, so I think I actually want to up that one some more. Like some of these I want to get them up. I want to get everything closer to 20 and stuff like that. I want to get my crit damage up too. Actually, I'm going to get you up to 20. There we go. Cool. Seems good. Got my upgrades. That's wild. I didn't even realize I hadn't been upgrading my character at all. Like, I've been over here leveling up and leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. And I have not been upping anything. You know? Like, I wonder what the max level is that you can get. Like, okay, so myth rank is at level 40. I wonder what happens when you reach myth rank. I also wonder, like, how many people just kind of ran through this without doing other stuff. So, I wonder what it's like when you, play any of the bosses with, like, when you go really slow. Considering they are scaling with me. Which I've already spoken about how I feel about scaling enemies. Or even, I should say, scaling quests, because that's really the thing that I've talked about. Scaled enemies, it's like, whatever, like, you know, that makes sense, but, like, sometimes I like when the quests don't necessarily scale with me, because sometimes I want to gauge what I'm doing by the level of the quest. Plus, sometimes it lets me know when it's fine if I just go around and grind. And, like, if something's giving me a bit of trouble, I can just get myself a little OP and then go back and then do it, and I can just get through. And then it's like...
Life's not the same without the queen. Who will I worship now? The elder gods? They're a hot mess if I ever saw one.
But, yeah, so sometimes I like to feel a little OP in my single player. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy it. Especially because I did it on my own. But, all that to say, though, I am going to, start to head off. Let me do the regular thing I always do. Hold on, let me... Wrong thing. I'll put it to the title screen, at least. The main menu, I'm gonna swap screens and whatnot for y'all, as usual. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. But yeah, today was cool. I mainly did side quests and regular grinding, you know, because I'm just still so stuck on the fact that, like, the camps some of them disappear, some of them don't. I'm assuming it's a glitch. But that part bothers me. But also, it might be the mood I'm in today. But either way, it was fun. I had fun. So we did some side quests, which means next Friday when I play, I will be doing, I'll probably finish that last side quest, and then I might go in and I'll do some main quests, so that I can get more side quests. And that's kind of the thing that we've been doing. It's kind of the gist. I will probably start ignoring the, camps again, which is a bit unfortunate because I was so excited about that part. After the last stream, when it seemed as though doing the camps meant something. So I am a little disappointed about that, I'm not gonna lie. Because I do enjoy when my game shows that, like, what my choices do or what I do does matter. Like, I don't really care too much for when games make, and this happens all the time in RPG, so like, it's not like this is the only one, because even Dragon Age Inquisition, there was stuff that was annoying. Like, I personally hate when certain things constantly respawn. So for this game, the encounters just continue to come back. But if you think about it, in other RPGs that we've played, like, for example, like Dragon Age Inquisition that I played, I hated the hinterlands because, like, everything always respawns. Like, no matter how many times you go through and you clear the random enemies, they still respawn. Or when I was playing Greedfall, they always respawn to the point where, like, before I even started, I was going through the mods, and one of the mods that you could get was actually a mod to make it where the day and night cycle was slightly longer, and so that the respawn rate of the enemies took more amounts of days to respawn. So that technically, if I was out adventuring and exploring in Greedfall, realistically, I could actually, with that mod, go do my stuff, and when I come back, those enemies would still be gone, making it actually seem like I did something. Whereas if I didn't do that, I would leave, and probably right after I did whatever quest I was doing, if I ran back that way, they would have been back there. That stuff, I hate that stuff, honestly. I'd rather the enemy just be gone. Like, I personally like, or if, like, they are back, let it be a different set of enemies, make it seem like they came into the camp and set up more for, like, world building story reasons. I know it's easier for the devs to just make them respawn, so, like, no hate to them for that, but that's just my own personal gripe sometimes with RPGs. Is I wish that certain enemies would just, like, if you cleared the camp, if you cleared that little set, let them be gone. Let them be gone. I would like for them to be gone. I don't want to have to fight the same thing over and over again. I hate that. But, you know, that's just how it is. So, what can you do? But anyways, I'm going to find somebody to raid. But I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. If there is anybody in here from BGGC, just letting you know, I will be in the Artist Alley that's over in their Discord. So for any of the BGGC members that's going to be there, I will be one of the people in there doing some art. Wish me luck because I got to get up before, like, early. I got to be on my computer by 10:30, but it's a Saturday, and, like, I usually don't get up that, like, I get up at 10:30 usually on a Saturday, but I gotta make sure I'm already up and awake and ready to draw and talk to people for 10:30. So hopefully I can go to sleep, because lately I haven't been sleeping that much. So but that will happen tomorrow, and then on Monday will be more Sable. And just FYI, when I play Sable, I learned how to do photo mode, so there may also be some moments when, like, I will take pictures while I'm playing because I learned how to do photo mode. So there's that. I also did some adjusting of the like the settings and the graphics and stuff. So when I play on Monday, that's gonna be one of the things I ask you guys, and I'm gonna try to monitor, like, the way stream runs, because I want to make sure that, like, the settings I put it on work fine with stream. Like, it works fine with me, but I know sometimes my experience with the game can be slightly different for you guys when y'all are watching it, based off of, like, how my game runs while streaming. Because, like, my game might be running perfectly for me, but for you guys it might be lagging or something. So like, that's something that I'll probably add, because I know with this game, I technically can play this game on Ultra, but if I play this game on Ultra, Tiny Tina's, if I play it on Ultra, it lags for stream. So I'm playing it on high right now, at least. So far, I haven't seen anybody complain about it being on high, but when it was on Ultra, it was lagging for y'all. So that's something I'm going to see on Sable soon. But I'm excited to have an actual photo mode, so I'm very excited about that. And I can't wait to take some pictures. But that will happen. Wednesday will still be art. I'm still streaming during the week. Next week will be my last full week of streaming. And then possibility the next Monday, 50-50 chance if there will be a stream, because I will be leaving the next day at night. But you know, I might be doing packing and stuff. So because I'm going on a trip on the 4th. So just FYI, next week will be my last full week before I go on a trip, and then I will be back at the next week basically. I'll be coming back on like Sunday. So I'll be back. Only way I won't stream the Monday after is if like I'm really jet lagged or something, but aside from that, probably I'll still stream, especially since I usually stream at 6 anyway. So by then I should have slept, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. Anything else I need to tell you guys? I don't think there is. I'm gonna try also, we'll see how I do it, but I'm gonna try to get my newsletter out for the beginning of October this time, because for anybody who is on my newsletter, y'all probably noticed that I didn't get a September one out. I do apologize. The September one ended up not coming out because it was during, I had that whole break that I did in the very beginning of September, and then there was so much stuff going on, I never got a chance to actually do it. So I told myself I'm going to start it up in the beginning of the month, because I kind of wanted to move it to the beginning of the month anyway. Part of me kind of wasn't feeling doing it at the end, in the middle anymore, because I felt weird talking about like the past month, despite the fact that technically that past month was part of the month that I missed. So I'm gonna start doing it in the beginning of the month, so that it's more so I get to speak about what happened the past month and talk about what's going to happen in the recent month, that type of stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. And anything else you need, you can feel free to check out my links. Everything about me that you might need is in there, whether it's my Instagram, my Twitter, my commission sheet, which is open. My commissions are open. My shop, coffee, anything you need is inside of there. So feel free to check out my link tree. But let's see, who am I going to raid tonight? There's actually a few people on tonight. Let's see my options. We have Calamity, we have Jedi, we have Fox, we have a lot of people. We have Valkyrie. I always default to Valkyrie, my good old buddy. I always feel bad though, because I haven't gotten to like sit in their streams in a while. I haven't gotten to sit in anybody's streams, honestly, in a while. I've been so busy, my social media's been so off, so I've just been lurking everywhere instead. So I'm just looking to see like how long everybody's been streaming, so I can know who is the best bet in case somebody might be about to leave for the night. You know, that type of stuff. Oh, Calamity is doing a recording room, so I'm not gonna go in there and bother them right now. And they've been going for like 5 hours, so they might be ending in a little bit. So I think I'm gonna go in and raid Valkyrie for the night. They are playing some Dead by Daylight. They are also fundraising for Puerto Rico for the hurricane relief. So we're gonna go over there. We're going to show Valkyrie some love. Feel free to donate if you would like as well to help aid with the relief of Puerto Rico with that hurricane. So let me set this up. Let me set it up for us. I'm really hoping, like, I was thinking that, like, the fall, for some reason, was going to be my time to, like, get my stream together. And now I'm kind of like, I hope and pray I can, because I've been so busy. I really want to fix my overlays, but, like, my time, man, my time. It's been kind of wild. It's been kind of wild. But hopefully I'll be able to do it. Why is it today for some reason? I don't remember how to spell. There we go. I was like, how do I spell Valkyrie? Forgot for a second though, with the amount of times I've spelled this name. But I'm gonna try to get it all together soon. But anyways, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna show Valkyrie some love. Feel free to copy down the raid message. I keep forgetting I need to give Stream Elements a sub. But feel free to copy it down. We're gonna go over there, show them some love. Thank you guys for sitting and chilling with me. I know it was more of like a bit of a more quiet, kind of very chill day. Sorry if I didn't seem very enthusiastic today. I still was enjoying myself. But, you know, sometimes we just have those times where we're just kind of chilling. So that was kind of how it was today. But I'm going to say good night. I hope that you guys have a good weekend. I will see you on Monday with some Sable. Again, another nice chill day of exploration. I'm really, really excited about playing it. I'm really, really enjoying Sable a lot. But go over to Valkyrie, show them some love. I will be slightly rating and running. Just because I kind of need a bit of screen break. But yeah, go over there, show them some love, and I'm gonna say goodnight. So yeah.